All right, greetings, LARPcraftians. This is Ryan Harden with our tutorial on how to lock down your scroll posts or your threads in the forum tracking systems, and when it's appropriate to lock them down, when it's appropriate to leave them open. Most of the in-game posts, as you see here from my Undead Necromancer, Blas Del Monte, he's doing a call to action for the Undead House of the Undying, which is a faction. And he's trying to promote to let other characters know that they're recruiting. So while you would join a faction, tribe, or guild in person at a game, between games you can start doing some preliminary field work of promoting. With in-game, in-character scrolls like this for the Myths and Legends system, and again, it'd be different. It's called something different for every game system, but when you want to lock down a thread in the forums, which essentially is what we're doing here, we are not allowing others to reply to that thread. And so you're taking away the ability for a character to just simply respond underneath it, because what that does is it can wreck the immersion that you're trying to create within that thread. For those of you who don't know, the LARPcraft game systems utilize forums and tracking systems between games to keep the story going, if you will. And most of the time, it's not appropriate to just, as an in-game thread, to post something directly underneath without further doing some other things, which we'll report here in a second. First things first, if you want to lock down your thread, all you do is you go to the thread tools and uncheck the open box right here. And then it locks it down, so nobody can respond to it. Now, if you want somebody to respond to it, there's a proper way to do that as well. This is an in-game post. So to respond to this as an in-game thread, you would first have to make a star, which indicates an action, and then respond with something like, Blas sends a bird of prey. I don't even know what that means, but he sends a bird of prey to respond. Can't even spell respond. One of those days. And you would actually indicate, in this response how it's happening, and then you would finish the star, which closes that. This is now out of game, telling people this is how that story is being responded to, or how that post is being responded to. And then you would write your scroll here and finish it up. Now that's if you want to make your mark. It's much better in most situations to just lock down a thread and make them respond with a PM or something of that nature. And again, to do that, to lock and unlock something, you just simply check the open with it open or closed. And most situations, you want that to be closed for any of the scrolls. And again, for the other tracking systems, they're called a little bit something different, but essentially it's a forum post with a thread, and you're locking down a thread. So if we take a look at the scroll here, I'll do a little update as well. There is an out-of-game area still up here for new players who want to get to know things. The LARPcraft community is really where we're focusing now on all the out-of-game stuff. You can post your pictures. You can link all of your characters, so they're all trackable. You can track all characters within the community, but they're all on one profile. You don't have to have 10,000 profiles for all your different characters. They're all on one thing, and you can add pictures, find other LARPers. It is just one of the most awesome communities that we're building. We do have the lore section, which you could, apply for lore, or you can post as your character or whatever. But all of these other links, like going to the store and that kind of stuff, are now just links. So you click on it and it goes to that other section of the website. The active colony scrolls, there's going to be some general out of game posts areas for all the colonies to ask general questions, but most of that is now being diverted over to the community. The factions, tribes, and guilds, this is all in character now. So anything, you'll see a lot of the out-of-game stuff is gone. Out of the character stuff, anything that detracted from the game is going to be gone. The portal is still here. You can do in-game or out-of-game portals here. You can actually ask questions right in here, because that could be in-game or out-of-game. People use it as they see fit. But you want to try to make all of your posts within your profile, within the tracking system be as in character as you can. Now, you don't have to use, and this is a common question, you don't have to use Old English because that's almost completely ununderstandable if you try to post like that. Shakespearean is very popular, but again, it's hard to write, and the translators don't usually do too good of a job. So if you want people to actually understand your post, just post it in plain English. That's fine. We try to keep this in English directory or forum if for the Lovecraft game systems. There are translators that'll translate, of course. So if I wanted to create something in here, you want to do it all in game. You'll notice right here it says posts need to be in character or they will be deleted. This is very important, and it's going to be the thing of the future where, you know, the posts, you gotta post in character or the things will be deleted. So really try to follow that. And if you have any questions, feel free to, you know, let us know. We're here to help you out. But we want the forums to be an interactive part of a game or between games so that there's something to keep developing characters between games. And trying to keep it in character is a way to do that. So the community links down here are all the out-of-game stuff. We're moving a lot of the stuff that was posted here and just throwing it over to the groups of the community. So they're still there. You can still talk about everything you need to talk about, from crafting weapons to cooking to all that stuff. And you'll be able to join those as your community profile. So this has been Ryan talking a little bit about how to lock down your thread and how to keep the game tracking systems in character as much as possible. So we'll continue to develop this, and as players, you can now help that process by posting in character where it's appropriate to do so. Any questions, let us know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the games.